Welcome! In this tutorial, we will learn how to create a new material in CrossConcept Continuum. A material is an entity that represents a product or a service in our company, such as a training bundle, a software package, or a physical server. These materials must be created under their corresponding material categories. From the left menu, we go into Projects, and under the Project Roles Materials group, we select Material Category. If there are material categories already created for the company, they will appear in this list. To create a new material category, we click the Add button located at the top right. The material category profile opens in a separate screen. In the General tab, we need to fill the basic details about the material category we want to create, including the parent company material category, in case we want this to be a sub-material category. If we want to use this option, please note that the parent material category must be created in advance. In this example, we will create a standalone material category, which will also serve as a parent of other material categories if required, so we keep this option blank. Then we enter the name of this material category. We can also enter a description, a category number, and any additional information as required. To save the changes and keep editing the material category, we click the Apply button. To save the changes and close the material category profile, we click the Save button. And to discard any changes made before any previous saving, we click the Revert button. Once the new material category is saved, it appears in the list. The grid also allows us making changes directly in the cells, without having to open the material category profile again. For example, we can change the category number, and then click the Save button at the top. If the list of material categories is large, we can apply filters from the columns themselves by expanding these drop-down arrows. By using the Reorder button, we can arrange the categories and subcategories. And in case the categories structure is large and complex, we can use the button Expand All to see the full breakdown. If required for reporting purposes, we could export the grid to Excel and PDF formats. Under the Action column, we have options to delete the material category by clicking the X icon, and to access the material category profile in both Edit and View modes. Now that we have created our material category, we can create a new material. From the left menu, we go into Projects, and under the Project Roles Materials group, we select Material. If there are materials already created for the company, they will appear in this list. Please note that from this view, we can also switch to the material categories list that we just reviewed. To create a new material, we click the Add button located at the top right. The material profile opens in a separate screen. In the General tab, we need to fill the basic details about the material we want to create, including the name of the material, the description, and the material number. In the field Company Material Category, we can select the category we just created. Then we can fill the material type, the unit, and the units of measure. Finally, we can set this material as active or inactive. Please note that if the material is set as inactive, it will not be possible to select it in the projects. Under the Material Rates tab, we need to enter the rates that will be associated to this material. We have both the build rates and also the cost rates. We click the plus symbol and then we select the currency. Then we enter the rate value. We also have the default unit of measure and the default effective start date. We can add multiple rates in different currencies to the same material and assign them different effective start dates as required. Also, by checking this checkbox, we can define a rate to be the default for the material. In the Custom Fields tab, we will find any field that we create manually for the material entity under this company. For more information about creating these custom fields, please refer to the corresponding training video. To save the changes and keep editing the material, we click the Apply button. To save the changes and close the material profile, we click the Save button. And to discard any changes made before any previous saving, we can use the Revert button. Once the material is saved, it is displayed in the list. The grid also allows us making changes directly into the cells without having to open the material profile again. For example, we can change the material number and then click the Save button at the top. If we want to add or remove columns from the grid, we can click this arrow in any of the column titles, and then we select the Columns option. Then we can select or deselect the checkboxes. In this menu, we also have options to sort the results and to apply filters if required. If the list of materials is too large, we can apply filters from the columns themselves. And if required for reporting purposes, we could export the grid to Excel or PDF format. Under the Action column, we have options to delete the material by clicking the X icon, and to access the material profile in both Edit and View modes. For example, we can click this button to access this material in Edit mode. Please note that under the Material Rates tab, we have a new icon located under the Action column. This allows us accessing the history of the material rate, and here we can add additional rates and their effective dates for the same currency. As we saw, we have several options and ways to work with materials in the system, which gives us enough flexibility to access these features very easily. We hope you find these instructions useful in your work with CrossConcept Continuum. Thank you for watching this tutorial.